Now we're going to focus on part 4. And that's when, as you're preparing your PowerPoint, there's some things that happen that are either annoying to you, or also sometimes they're annoying to your audience. So we're going to address some suggestions to improve the quality of your PowerPoint presentation so that it won't be annoying to your audience. There's lots of different presentation software out there. We're focusing on PowerPoint. The only thing I would suggest is that you avoid using the presentation software that requires Wi-Fi, because the Wi-Fi may not be as fast in some hotels or arenas where you are actually doing your presentation, particularly if you have large files, high quality photos and videos. They may download slowly, and then that really is going to disrupt your presentation because you're waiting for the picture to show up or you're waiting for the video to catch up. So I would suggest that you avoid those until at least the technology improves, so that's not a problem. One thing with your PowerPoint is keep it simple. Include one idea per slide. Use the heading to convey the message. So in this case, I've got one idea. It's keeping my PowerPoint simple, and that's my heading. And then how many slides can you have? Well, in general, if you're really talking about a lecture format, you can plan on 1 minute per slide. However, if you know you're going to talk about 5 or 6 minutes on one particular slide, just adjust accordingly. But if you've got more than 60 slides for a 1 hour presentation, then you probably have too many and you need to cut back. Include only the essential points in your PowerPoint. It's not your script. It's not a script to be read. Well, think about that. You're there to make a presentation, so your PowerPoint is simply a tool to help you make that presentation and to help you to remember what you're supposed to say next, but it's not your script. Avoid overload. There's lots of graphics and fonts and colors. You can make it bold or you can make it italic, but if you make each slide so messy, it is distracting to the audience. So now we're going to focus on what I call PowerPoint annoyances. So here's our first PowerPoint annoyance. And this could be annoying to you because you've typed a word and that word isn't in the PowerPoint dictionary. You get this red squiggle under it. And that's really to give you a clue that you might have a typo or a spelling mistake. But it can be annoying to you. So literally all you have to do is highlight that word, right click on your word, and add it to your dictionary. There we go. Now that red squiggle has gone away. Okay, the next topic I'd like to address is changing the background in your PowerPoint slide. So when you started your PowerPoint, you selected the background that you wanted to have in the design feature. And that works really well when you just are putting words on your PowerPoint. But if you're putting something else on, it can be kind of a distraction. To change the background of your PowerPoint slide, like in this case, it looks a little washed out. You simply go over here to the slide that you want to change, right-click on the slide, click on Format Background, and when you do, this screen will pop up over here on the right. Just click on Hide Background Graphics, and they go away. There's not much contrast there, so if you want to add more contrast, you can click on Solid Fill, and you can change the color that you want over here. That's all there is to it. Now here's a very cool feature in PowerPoint where you can actually trim the video clip right within PowerPoint. And why would you want to do that? Well, in this case, this gymnast is at the end of the vault runway, and she stands there for about 10 to 15 seconds in the original video, waiting to be saluted. Then she takes a few seconds to get herself ready before she starts the run. So you maybe have lost 15, 20, 30 seconds just waiting for her to get started. So you most likely don't want that to happen because you can lose the interest of your audience. Plus, it takes up valuable time in your presentation. So in order to trim that video, you simply click on Playback and click on Trim Video, and then move the gold bar to where you want it. Once you find that, select Trim. The video will automatically trim. Now when you play it, she's going to start running, and you've taken out that entire 10 to 15 seconds in advance. In order to get that playback button, you do have to click on the video itself. Two new tabs will show up in your toolbar. One will say video format, one will say playback. It's the playback feature you want because that will bring up the trim video function. Here's another cool feature that's easy and quick to do right within PowerPoint. You can crop a video to make the gymnast appear larger. So what you see here is we have a gymnast doing a very beautiful full turn, but she's kind of lost in this big arena. And we really would like to have had a close-up shot of that. So here's how you do that. When you're in the PowerPoint workspace, you go to the slide that you want to crop and you click on the video. A new tool will appear. And now you want to go to the video format. Select crop here. Adjust the size of the video clip using your drop and drag. And as you do that, you can make it be as big or as small as you want. And now you can see that we have made that gymnast be much more the center of focus simply by cropping. So there's the video on the left before we cropped, and then the video on the right in which she appears to be much more the center of focus. So here's another quick trick to help you avoid another annoyance of PowerPoint. If you have put a video in and it has sound, sometimes that sound can be distracting. There's obviously times when you want to have the sound in. For example, if you're playing a floor routine and you want to hear the music that the gymnast is performing to, you certainly want the music to be there. However, there's other times when that sound can be annoying just because it's screechy, or it can take away from your opportunity to talk while the athlete is performing. You might want to actually walk your audience through what that athlete is doing, and then here comes this sound, and that becomes very distracting and you can't make your point. So I'm going to show you a way that you can fix this quick and easy in PowerPoint. There's the regular sound, screechy, and then of course if it's in slow motion, you get that wah effect. Really annoying when that's showing. So here's how you can get rid of that sound permanently. You can always do it right here in PowerPoint, but that means you have to do it every time when you get advanced to that slide. So it's a little bit cumbersome. So here's how you can get rid of that sound permanently. You click on the workspace, that brings up a new toolbar. In that toolbar says volume, click on mute, and that's all there is to it. Now the sound has gone away. When you play that video, there will be no regular sound. It has gone away, and you can either talk while that gymnast is performing, or you can just avoid this sometimes loud and screechy noise of the audience or the other gymnasts who are cheering her on or the coach talking, whatever. There's another PowerPoint feature that is personally annoying to me, and that was when I would prepare my slide, put the video in, and then during the presentation, I'd play the video and I'd advance to the next slide. But instead, the same slide come up and play again. Not a problem. You can just click on your advance button and the next slide will appear. But there is a way to avoid that from happening. And basically what you do, click on your video, go to playback, click the rewind after playing button, and that fixes it. So now when I play it, it will automatically stop after I finish playing it, and it won't repeat itself. One thing I will point out, these playback and video format options only appear if you've clicked on your video, and you can see these little squares have appeared. So you click on that, and then these will show up. In this case, you go to the playback function and the rewind video after playing. Another feature that really annoyed me was my text size would keep changing when I would add text. And I wanted all of the text size to be the same. So you see, I keep adding text and it keeps getting smaller and smaller. So there it went, keeps getting smaller and smaller. So to fix that, what you do is right click on the slide itself in the left, Then you click on this insert phase, click text options, it'll appear on the right. Select do not auto fit. That's what's happening. It's auto fitting your text to the size of that box that's showing there, the box of insert text. So now when you continue to add your text, it will stay the same size. So you can set that as a function in advance if you know that you're going to have more text that will fit exactly within your text insert box. Another feature that can be annoying to you in PowerPoint is that you've entered your text and you have two columns that are lined up, you think. Then when you open your PowerPoint, you see that you've lost the alignment of the column that should be the deductions. So some of the up to threes are where they're supposed to be, and some of them have moved over. So that alignment is not maintained. So in that situation, the thing I found to do is to insert a table, and then that way your two columns remain aligned and give a better appearance. Or okay, some of that went quickly, but you can either rewatch it or again, depending on your device, search for a YouTube video that's a little tutorial. Like I said, most of those are 3 to 4 minutes long, so you don't have to spend a long time learning how to do something. It's just knowing that you have the option of making those changes and then going and finding out how to do it on your particular device. In summary, be sure and prepare well in advance and review and revise your presentation multiple times, most likely. Use video editing for precision and accuracy of your presentation, as this gives you far more flexibility in the way you are going to present your material. Try to avoid some of those annoying features of PowerPoint so that both you and your audience aren't distracted by those annoying features. And then rehearse multiple times to enhance the fluidity of your performance. And mostly visualize success. Here we have Betty Aquino, one of our shining stars in our sport, and she's just wonderful at this concept of helping gymnasts visualize their performance and their success. So we can learn a little bit here from Betty by visualizing success for you as a presenter. Good luck to you and enjoy your time as a presenter for the congresses. Thank you for watching this video.